Alright, here's the placement of the motor. I gotta figure out its motor mount, its transmission mount. There it is at the 11.5-inch long drive line. So it's looking good. Check this out. I backed up onto these tires to get enough room to drive the race car frame underneath the back of the boom truck. Just enough to place it right where it goes. So I had to do some engineering and a little bit of physics to figure all that out. So I like it. I like the placement. This means that I'll be sitting right about here. I'm gonna have 2 seats. I might modify this frame. This frame's almost 6 inches tall. It's stronger than this little race car needs. I might trim it down to about in the middle, and then add, I don't know, maybe a piece of flat plate or box, and that way I'll have more room on the inside. So right now I got this much room, and if I do that, I'll have that much room. So that'll add about 5 inches to the inside. There we go. Well, good morning. We've had record rainfall here in northwest Washington state. It's the first part of June 2022. I'm working on the replica of a vintage modified dirt racer that they would have raced here in Washington back in the mid-60s. Today, this morning, I'm going to be building motor mounts for the motor mounts. So all right, got the motor mounts, brackets ready to go. Next is mount them on the engine and then fabricate them up to the frame. Okay, next up is to attach that tube that I've bolted to the mount to the frame. And then back here I need to put a cross member across, pick up the back of the transmission. So we'll center the engine, get it all centered in the frame. Actually, it's not going to be centered. It's going to be that way about a 5/8 of an inch. If you look at the rear differential, the rear diff is not centered. I think, well, the diff is centered, but the pinion shaft running into the differential is off to the side. So that'll help, though. That'll give the driver more leg room. So that'll be next. got the transmission mount, clean it up, and weld it onto a crossbar. Okay, got the rear of the engine transmission mounted up. So that's nice and secure. The rear of the transmission is now all secure on the frame. When I'm doing this kind of work, I just do tack welds. Just a couple small little baby welds. That way, if I need to modify something, I could change it out really quick. So the next step will be to position the engine and then hook that to there. So hook that chunk of tubing I put on there to the frame on both sides. And then the engine will be where it belongs. So something I did here, I trimmed the frame down. The frame was about 5 inches tall. I trimmed it down to about 3, and then I'm going to build it back up. Here's a piece of tubing that's coming off there. And then it hooks into this. This is the new cross member. I cut a cross member out of here earlier. And then in the back, that's a temporary piece. It might end up being permanent, but I'll have another cross member back there. So, and then right here where this joint is, this will have a piece of tubing and it'll hook up back into the original frame. So I'll get the strength back by the time I'm done with this. And then right here, I'll give it some strength from here to there. And this I already modified. I chopped the back of the frame off and shortened it and then capped it. So when we're done, it'll be a solid frame. But also the roll cage is going to be integral. I'll have 2-inch round tubing come off there. It'll go up, bend, and then it'll go hit there. So, and then it'll be braced there. And then it'll hook from there to another tube. I'll have a hoop right there. And then that'll also be braced from there to the front. And in here, there'll be from the piece of tubing, there'll be a brace that goes down. And there'll be some more right in there. So when we're done, it'll be an integral cage, and it'll have plenty of strength. Well, that's it for this video. Here's my Uncle Jim in a car he built just out of high school. It has a Hudson Hornet engine in it. Yeah, this car, he built it just out of high school, and that was pre-Skagit Speedway. Skagit Speedway was developed in 1954. Here's Skagit Speedway. I'm not sure what year. In the early 50s, 54 through 56 somewhere. I don't know whose cars those are, but that's what it looked like down at Skagit Speedway. This next car Jim built, this one has a 6-cylinder GMC engine, I think. My dad used to talk about the coupe that he'd built with the big truck 6-cylinder GMC engine. And here's Jim in 1955. The caption says that he's a dash winner. Looks like he's hugging the trophy girl there. So I guess this was quite a car. If you see in the next picture, it has 6 exhaust pipes on the passenger side. 6 straight pipes. And here's some cars in the background. That one on the left looks like the one I'm trying to build, kinda. This next thing's a trophy from Sky Valley, which I thought was pretty cool. The car on it is the vintage of the type of car I'm trying to replicate. And this trophy was given out in 1964.